Hey there, I'm Jen, and today we're going to take a closer look at the Alpinestars Stella Tech Air 3 system. Now this is really exciting news. I've been waiting for this day for a while. Alpinestars is now making their Tech Air systems in a female-specific fit. So this is the first time over the years that they're going to offer this. I've tried on the Unisex Sizing and their other Tech Air systems, and it just never could really work out. They were always too big. I'm really happy to have an option now. To talk more about the Tech Air systems, perhaps you're not familiar with it, Alpinestars has been developing this airbag system over the years. It started in MotoGP and other road racing styles to really protect their riders and racers in event of a crash. And now this cutting edge technology has trickled down to more street garments like you see here with the Tech Air 3. Now, in the family of Tech Air systems that Alpinestars makes, there's the 3, there's the 5, and there's the 10 series. Right now, there's only the Tech Air 3 in the female-specific fit, but I'm really looking forward to Alpinestars offering their 5 and 10 down the road as well. Now you might be wondering, well, what's the difference between these Tech Air systems and what makes the most sense for me as a rider? So specifically, the Tech Air 3 is more oriented to the street rider. It has a street-specific algorithm, and it doesn't have the track or racetrack algorithm included in it. So if you're a rider and you really want that as an option as well, you're gonna have to look at the 5 or the 10, which are currently just a unisex sizing. So just bear that in mind. But with the Tech Air 3, when we talk about it having a street algorithm, what we mean by that is the system is specifically designed to be aware of the street environment. So when you come to stoplights, all the different dynamic variables that are involved with street crashes specifically, that is what the Tech Air 3 is specifically designed to be prepared for. I also want to point out the Tech Air 3 does have a slight variance in the airbag coverage that's going to happen when it deploys in the event of a crash. So for the Tech Air 3, it does have chest coverage up over the collarbone and on the back. We're going to dive into that more in the 360 overview of the vest, how that differs from, say, the 5 or the 10. The 5 is going to give you more coverage, and the 10 is definitely top of the line, going to give you full coverage, almost like the entire torso. And you could check out those independent product videos if you want to see what that looks like. But I would say what Tech Air 3 also has going for it, it is a cheaper price point, and also it has an over and under capability. So right now we see Kelly, she's wearing it with just an undershirt, but if she wants, she could also wear the Tech Air 3 over the top of her riding jacket. So that's kind of a neat feature and something I'm sure a lot of street riders appreciate, having that kind of ability to decide if they're gonna wear under or over. Now, I do want to point out the Tech Air 3 prices in at $600 or abouts there, so it's going to ship to you for free, and as always, our price match policy is in place to guarantee you the lowest price available. Now, when it comes to sizing, Kelly joins us here today, and she has a 36-inch bust, and right now she's wearing a size small of this Tech Air 3. We did have Kelly try this on underneath the jacket and on top of the jacket, and this one size worked out in both of those scenarios. All right, so let's dive into a 360 overview of the physical attributes of the Tech Air 3 system. So taking a look at the main construction materials of the Tech Air 3, what Alpinestars is using here is a poly ripstop material. Now this material also has a DWR resistant coating on it, so it's going to be water resistant. And of course, the important electronics inside the Tech Air system does have a waterproofing bladder around it, so you don't have to worry about that if you choose to wear this over your riding jacket. Now I want to point out the Tech Air 3 uses an asymmetric zip, and when we look on the inside you'll see why that is. It's got to make room for that airbag system on the chest area. And I want to point out about the zipper as well. It has a kind of a neat little magnetic feature at the bottom to help you center that up and zip it up and down. Now, looking at the chest, you're going to see this status LED device here, and that's really going to be indicating to you, the rider, what the status of your air system is. And as we show you how to zip and unzip this, you'll see why that's important. Now, you do have a little side pocket here, just for stashing a couple essentials. And then Kelly, if you could turn to the side for us. In the side view, I want to point out you have a lot of stretch accordion material here, and this is really key for making sure that this vest is going to fit over a variety of different riding jackets. All right, Kelly, if you could turn to the back for us, please. Looking at the back here, you have some different relief gussets, and that's going to help the jacket mold into a variety of riding positions, and of course it is going to give some little extra room in case of deployment from the Tech Air 3 system. I do want to point out right here in the center of the vest, this is where the brains are of the Tech Air 3 system, and then down here there is a canister. It's hard to see on camera, but that's where the CO2 and all of the main rushing of air is going to come out through there. And of course you have a little bit of a drop tail here on the Tech Air 3. So Kelly, if you could turn front and unzip for us, please. So we're going to cover a little bit of the operation and how to, make ready and arm your Tech Air 3 as the rider. So here you can see that airbag bladder I was talking about across the chest. And of course, the system does cover some part of the collarbone, and it's also on the back. We'll show you a little graphic of that coverage, what it looks like on the Tech Air 3 system. And as we look at the inside of the vest, this is kind of going to be the sequence you go through to go ahead and arm and ready your Tech Air 3. So you're going to make sure that this magnetic closure here is done up, and then after that you could go ahead and start zipping up your main zipper. So Kelly, you could start going through that. So as Kelly starts getting that main zipper going, I want to point out there is this little magnetic piece you can see right here. As she zips up, it kind of automatically is going to slot into place, which is nice. You don't have to go in there and fiddle. And the LED status is going to let you know that it has made that connection. So you're going to have that kind of reassuring blinking light, and also will vibrate. So you as the rider, you don't have to like, oh, where's the light? Like you will feel it when the magnet makes that connection. All right, so that's your 360 overview of all the physical attributes of the Tech Air 3 system. We're going to go ahead and talk about the technology a little bit here. Now, the Tech Air 3 system is utilizing 3 gyros and 3 accelerometers, and basically all that fancy equipment is monitoring your ride at all times. It's doing about 1,000 computations per millisecond, so it is really heavily monitoring what's going on there. And let's say there's a data spike, or it senses something's amiss, it means that it's detecting the event of a crash. Once that detection happens, it actually will deploy within 20 to 40 milliseconds. That is extremely fast. I mean, to put that in perspective for you, the typical eye blink takes about 150 milliseconds. And as we look at crash data, it's typically more like 1 to 2 seconds as that crash develops. So the Tech Air 3 is definitely going to be deploying in a very speedy manner to help keep you safe when you're on the ride. Now, I do want to point out the Tech Air 3 is compatible with the app that Alpinestars provides. That system will basically collect data from your Tech Air 3, and you can explore all the different features of that app as you start using the new Tech Air 3 system. I do want to point out, in the case of deployment, you will have to send your Tech Air 3 back to Alpinestars to have it recharged and ready for your next ride. And just a little call out, if you're new to airbag systems, like your comm units or other technology you might use on the ride, you just got to be vigilant. You got to keep it charged. You have to be aware of how it works, know what these status lights mean. So it's a little bit more in the ownership side of things, but for the benefits of the safety you're getting, totally worth it. Now, if you have more questions about the Tech Air 3 system, go ahead and hit the info button on your desktop or mobile device. It's going to redirect you to the product page where you can see more product features and read some reviews from riders like yourself. And if you have even more questions, give our customer service a call. They're going to be happy to help you learn more about the Tech Air 3 system and answer any of those questions. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with Kelly and I as we take a closer look at the Tech Air 3 system. I'm Jen. Keep it on 2.